Hi, I'm Mika, and you're watching me on Popeater. The new album, which is coming out, is called The Boy Who Knew Too Much, and it is, in a sense, a part two from the first record. I don't know why, I just felt like it was a good time for me to take this fantasy world that I'd created and all my imaginary characters and just move them forward. It's still fantastical, it's still very much kind of bright colors, and it's just, I guess, the only difference is I'm starting to look at things through a little bit of a Tim Burton lens. If the first album was more like a golden book, then maybe this new album is a little bit more like Maurice Sendak and Where the Wild Things Are. There's a song on the album called Blame It on the Girls, which I really like. I was brought up by women. I've been surrounded by countless sisters. That I have more sisters than I have fingers, and well, it feels like that sometimes. And my aunt and my mother and all my aunties, actually. I was brought up by all these different women, and I always blamed everything on all of them. I remember reading this thing, and I was about 16 years old, and it was an interview with Bill Gates, and he said, only losers blame their parents. And I said, that's so wrong. It's so easy for you to say, you're the wealthiest man on the planet, you've got everything now, of course you're going to say that. But I went through a stage of being a teenager and blaming everything that happened to me on everybody else apart from myself. And I guess I'm still like that now. The video for We Are Golden is me recreating my 17-year-old self, and I'm in a pair of white boxers and kind of high-top gold shoes and dancing like a maniac as if nobody could see me. And it was a little bit difficult because you imagine, at first when I came up with the idea, and I spoke about it with the director Jonas Ackland, who had done the Lady Gaga paparazzi video and a lot of the Madonna videos in the past 10 years. It was like, okay, this will be fun. It's kind of brave, it's kind of cool, but every 12-year-old does this in the room anyway, and so why not? And then the reality hits you, and it's the day before the shoot, and you're like, oh, I'm actually going to have to do this in front of 25 strangers. What did I get myself into? And I remember I got onto the set, and I took off my bathrobe, and I'm standing there in my boxers, and I just wanted to cry. I just stood there, and they played the song, and I was supposed to dance and do the first take of the performance, and I just couldn't. I just stood there. But the thing about crews, especially movie crews and film crews, they've seen everything, so it doesn't really matter. And slowly, I just got myself into it again and again and again, and now I lost my mind. And I think it's very clear when you watch the video that I lost my mind filming it. I get inspired a lot by visual things. I got inspired by comic books and comic book heroes, and in a way I wanted this album to be like a comic book version of my teenage years. When I was recording the album, I had all these kind of cutouts from different storybooks and comics and images from advertising campaigns, whatever I could get my hands on that kind of triggered an idea, and they were stuck all over the studio. They were even on the ceiling, because I was running out of space to put things on. I'm a little bit obsessive with collecting visual references. I guess when I write a song, I think of imagery more than anything else. Maybe that's because I've always been dyslexic, and I can't read music, and I can't really write. I can't spell, and so I just use music as a way to get around that, and so I get my inspiration from everywhere. I also get it from trashy television, but we don't need to talk about that. If I actually won a Grammy, I don't know. I'd probably put it at the front of the stage at a gig or something, or just let people take pictures with it. I don't know. It's kind of a funny object. It's the kind of statue that everybody wants, Then again, I've won awards and stuff in different countries. I've won a Brit Award in the UK, and they're one of the most prestigious songwriting awards. It's called Ivor Novello, and everyone in the world competes for it, and I won one last year, and I can't even face having that in my apartment. I give them all to my mother, and she keeps them all. I don't even have a gold disc in my apartment. I have nothing. I just like to keep them all away from my kind of personal living space, it seems a little confusing. Feels like I'm letting the outside world into my house when I have those awards there.